Sir Handel proves his point. It was summertime on the island of Sodor. Lots of holidaymakers came to the narrow gauge railway, visiting the mountains and the lake. Sometimes extra coaches were needed to carry them all. One day, Sir Handel was waiting at the station at Crocker's Gate when Gordon arrived. "I'm feeling really important to be on time collecting passengers," Sir Handel told him proudly. "Quite right," said Gordon. "It's a great responsibility being indispensable." Sir Handel set off for the mountains. On the way, he met Bertram. "Gordon says I'm, insensible," he boasted. "Insensible?" puzzled Bertram. Before he could ask, Sir Handel puffed away. His train was fuller than ever. When he reached the top station, he was exhausted. An enormous crowd of people were waiting on the platform for the last train home. "They must have come on earlier trains and stayed to picnic by the lake," said the driver. "Never mind, we'll manage. It's all downhill now." But as the station near the waterfall, the platform was full too. "We need a shoehorn to get them all in," exclaimed the guard. "But we'll have to do it somehow. I'll take some with me in my guard's van." The guard always checks tickets at the station by the waterfall. It was a long job, and before he had half finished, Sir Handel was growing impatient. "An insensible engine like me shouldn't keep Henry waiting," he fumed. "Can't be helped," said his driver. "Henry would just have to wait. He kept us at it before now." At last the guard was ready. He blew his whistle and waved his green flag. "At last we're off, do come along. At last we're off, do come along," Sir Handel snorted impatiently. Quickly the train began to move. The guard tried to get into his van, but the doorway was blocked by passengers. The train was out of the station and the guard was left on the platform. "Stop!" he shouted. He blew his whistle and waved a red flag, but the line curved and Sir Handel couldn't see or hear him. Luckily, a passenger knew what to do. He pulled the emergency cable. Sir Handel's driver braked hard. "Now what?" cried Sir Handel. "We must have left someone behind," replied his driver. They had, of course. They soon discovered who. The passengers helped the guard into his van and they started again. After a fast run, the train reached the station at the same time as Henry. Sir Handel was very relieved. But he wasn't when he got back to the shed and found the Fin Controller and Mr. Percival waiting for him. "I'm sorry I was impatient, sir," he said nervously. "I didn't want to be late. Insensible engines shouldn't be late, should they?" "No, Sir Handel," agreed Mr. Percival. "But insensible engine knows that patience is a virtue. You must remember that." "I will," promised Sir Handel sadly. The next day, Sir Handel was sent to work at the incline. Then Bertram arrived to collect some slate. "How are you, Sir Handel?" he tooted. Sir Handel told Bertram about what happened yesterday and what Gordon had said. Bertram laughed. "Gordon said indispensable," he explained. It means you have good responsibility to be patient and on time and being really useful." "I wish I hadn't thought about that," thought Sir Handel. Just then the yard manager came up. "Duncan has broken down. He had popped a piston," he said. "Please, sir," tooted Sir Handel, "can I go and help Duncan? I want to learn to be patient." The yard manager agreed, and Sir Handel puffed away. He found Duncan near the river. Duncan was upset. "I'll never get this goods train to Crowlan's Gate now," he moaned. "Don't worry, Duncan," said Sir Handel. "I'll help you get there in no time." Together, Sir Handel and Duncan were on their way to Crowlan's Gate. Bertram was right, Sir Handel thought. Being patient is much more sensible after all. Sir Handel knew now that he would be patient and really useful too.